do you think that? So there, like you said, there's about 20, 23, 24 battles that happened on band, and they've released now 3. They did say beforehand that they're going to release all of them, no matter what. If you choke or not, everything's coming out. I mean, are we going to get band battles from this event like in July? Like when like that's a lot of battles to put out. Should they put out all the battles?
I don't know, because they put out one, the first one, and then the next one came out like a day later, like right after.
I got one today, so.
And then there was one like a few days later or a week later. Like it's not really consistent, so who knows when these.
And they've only released one normal battle. These other two are PGs technically, right?
Yeah.
So the other ones haven't even come out yet. It's just been Jack Boy and
Well, there wasn't really many of the that weren't PGs. There were mostly PGs, weren't they?
I think there was about 10 that weren't. I think 5 each day. It was a 4 days. It was a 3-day event. One day was all PGs. Then Saturday and Sunday, I think they had 5 in both those days. You got Bill Collector and Drugs, and then I know Ryder had a battle, and there's a few other battles that happened.
Well, they kept saying they were going to release them, but I knew from an editing standpoint, I'm like, you got a lot of fucking footage to sift through and organize. Like, there's no way in hell you're going to be pushing these battles quick.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, I like the way it's shot. I like it's definitely refreshing and it's cool. So I'm excited. I'll watch this Ace Amen or Amen battle and see how that is. I'm hearing good things about it. I'm sure Chork did ruin it, but that's gonna be how it's gonna happen. But it's a good concept. I just think this they need to URL specifically needs to just slow down. All right, like when Shotgun Suge and Geechee dropped yesterday from last summer, they got so much content that they just can't keep up with anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Especially the way how stingy they are, they can't keep up with this. You can't drop battles a year later. This is crazy. A year? Who cares? When Shotgun Suge and Geechee dropped, I forgot that battle happened yesterday. When I saw that, I was like, hold on, when the fuck did this happen? Oh, yes.
I don't even remember it.
Summer Madness 7, the first battle.
I can't recall like any round in that battle.
Yeah, I didn't either. Then when I watched it, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. It started coming back to me because Geechee had a fire first round. And the only round I gave Suge I think the first round was the closest, but it's still Geechee. I gave Geechee a 3-0, but Suge did good in that battle. He did good. And that was one of the best battles on that card that night. At least the best back and forth, because that card was pretty bad as far as back and forth went. But remember that happened in freaking like July of last year or even June of last year. And it comes out in March 2019. This is what I'm saying, man.
I thought they were all dropped by now and they're still coming out. I'm like, geez.
No, they never dropped Math and AF. They haven't dropped. That's still on that from that. They never Ill Will, huh? Oh, Math and AF came out?
Yeah, because he's been getting a lot of shit for that.
Oh, that came out like a week ago. Yeah, right before the Hollow battle, right? Yeah, they just dropped that. Yeah, you're right. Petty. Yeah. How petty are they, bro? Isn't that funny how petty they are? That shit is hilarious, actually.
I've been saying that shit.
That's funny, man.
So, ARP just dropped a blog, I guess. Hitman Holla.
I can't wait to watch it.
Against who? That's the question. It's against who?
Well, he tweeted what it's all about. So this is his tweet. It says, where'd it go? All right. Rant, views and subs, closure, who is Hitman battling, BST history. What's BST?
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yes. 1SK graduates, owners setup, Big Cannon versus Sharon, Talk for Tech, because he's got a beef with Tech 9, and BST6 recap. So that's what this blog's about.
Oh, yes. 40 minutes long almost.
And he said in yesterday that he was going to go after Battle Truth, but he doesn't have it in this new little thing. I don't know what his beef is with Battle Truth, but he said that yesterday, but it's not part of his new list right now of what it actually was. So maybe he cut that out because the Super Ninja Battle Truth is, he's fighting a case of herpes, I think.
You've been a little quiet lately, huh?
No, you haven't been, bro. Are you serious?
I don't watch him. So.
Have you seen Super Ninja Battle Truth?
Nobody's been really. It seemed like nobody's really been talking about him, so he must be.
You're not paying attention. Everybody's talking about him, especially because him and Bosschick Rain are having a beef right now. They're about to debate.
I hear something about that.
Have you seen? Do you know what when I say Super Ninja Battle Truth? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, just hold on. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
Do not watch Battle Truth.
Battle Truth has been blogging like this for the last 3 days. Hold on. And it's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, but he's not doing it to be funny.
They ain't trying to fight each other. They don't hate each other. It's just friendly competition of wanting to go up against each other. And that's all it is.
He's Super Ninja Battle Truth, and it's not Ninja, all right, that he says he is, all right? He's the Super Ninja Battle Truth. He says he's sick, so he has to wear that over his face. He doesn't feel well. When you're sick, what is the mask for?
He's got the herpes.
That's the running joke in his comments, that he has herpes. But that hasn't stopped him from blogging because he's dropped about 5 blogs every day with that mask on, and he's still wearing it today. So, and he's calling himself the Super Ninja. It's funny, but you're familiar with Bosschick Rain?
Yeah.
She's got a big beef with him about the whole Queen of the Ring situation, and she wants to debate him because he said it was a disaster. She claims it's not a disaster and that he has more responsibility to the battle rap community by not spreading false lies about it. Now, my thing is, I'd love to agree with you, Bosschick Rain, but if someone says that event was a disaster, I'm not arguing with them. That's an acceptable point of view. The event lasted 12 hours because battle rappers weren't there on time. Your main event, Miss Hustle, shows up 2 hours after the event was supposed to close. Twerk causes the scene. Miss Hustle causes the scene. One battler doesn't show up. That doesn't happen. You could easily say this is a disaster and not be called out on it.
Kinda. Or you can just blame it on the main event that dragged. Because
but what about
battle rap events will take 7 hours at least.
Yeah, but they said this was the most extreme anyone's ever had to deal with the time between event battles. We're talking hour and a half between battles.
Oh, they're females too. That's something to consider.
Yeah, but if I was this Bosschick Rain, I wouldn't die on that hill of oh, you called it a disaster and it's not. You can easily make my thing is, all right, whatever. How it might not be a disaster, but you can make a case for it that it was a disaster, and I don't think he should be called out on it for saying that. If you're gonna call the Battle Truth out on anything, this is like the last thing I would call him out on. There's so many other things you can have an issue with him, but this one here, you can make a case. You can make an easy case that it was a disaster. You know, I low-key think it was very bad. And you know what pissed me off the most about this event? Debo afterwards tweeted out, "I'm looking for sponsors." Now imagine that, Viduel. You want sponsors, but you can't. You literally lied to your main. You got caught lying to Twerk and Miss Hustle, telling them 2 different things, right? Your main event shows up. What sponsor would want to be involved in this clown show? Like, what are you talking about? How about you have one successful event that goes out without a hitch? That's what you need to do before you even consider sponsors. No sponsors. Sponsors are going to want to know what you did in your last 2 events.
Well,
all right.
We're calling for sponsors beforehand, before this event, to sponsor events like this. And you're absolutely right. Like, you have a successful event and then promote for sponsorships. You don't have a trash event. No, I'm not saying that it's trash. I actually didn't see the event, so I can't really speak whether it was successful or not. So I can't take sides on that. Battle Truth could be right, or Rain could be right. I don't know.
And I've only seen the Twerk and Miss Hustle battle. I didn't see the other battles. And
The bootleg.
What do you say?
Yeah, bootleg.
Yeah, I saw the bootleg. The right when it ended, the bootleg went up. The bootleg's down now, but it was a full version of it. And yeah, Miss Hustle did rap a long time, but she was at like the 8-minute mark, and then Twerk had his mental breakdown, and then when Twerk came up there, Twerk gave us like his typical 2 or 3 lines, like "Wow, that's awesome," right? But the rest of it was the wide buckle. The wide, and then he forgot what he was gonna say. The wide, but then he said the wide buckle like 5 times. Hey, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. The wide buckle, the wide buckle. And he was stuttering and stammering. All right, and then he ended up jerseying at the end. He rapped 4 minutes when he's supposed to rap 5. He jerseyed and left, and the crowd started booing when he finished because they're like, "You're gonna just stop."
He rapped first.
He rapped second. Like Miss Hustle was rapping. Miss Hustle wanted Twerk to go first because she knew that if she went long and Twerk walked off, she could just keep rapping anyways, and he can look like an idiot, walk off, and they can just keep rolling, right? She was insisting he go first, but he go first, but he lost the coin toss. She lost the coin toss, and then he had her go first. And was her round long? Yes. In my opinion, should Twerk not have caused a scene when you're live on pay-per-view and you're doing that? 100%. You don't cause a scene, man. You don't do that. And then especially you're gonna cause a scene, and then you're gonna feel this type of way and ruin the whole event, and then you're gonna sit there and laugh it up with Debo afterwards when Debo's the cause of your whole issue, right? Because he lied to you or he told Miss Hustle one thing, he told you another, and then it's just all fun and games, and Debo's like, yeah, we're definitely gonna have Twerk back.
I will defend Debo a little bit in this situation, because if you're spending a lot of money, you don't have sponsors, you're coming out of pocket for a lot of shit, nobody wants to stop anybody. You're just gonna let it rock quietly until somebody tries to put a stop to it, and then you'll deal with the situation. But you're not gonna go ahead and stop her. In
defense of Debo, you're right. He did say, I did not think for a second Twerk would do that. He thought he would just let her rock. He said they've never called time in Queen of the Ring history. This was the first time anyone's ever called time. He's like, the ladies let each other rock. We have time limits, but no one's ever called time ever. He's like, this is the first time ever this has ever happened. So you can understand Miss Hustle a little bit more. When she's accustomed to these things, there are time limits that never get enforced, so she's going to come with a big round. She hasn't rapped in 3 fucking years, all right? She's her return, and Twerk's coming into her house. That's why Debo should have never called time. And he offered Twerk more money while it was happening. He's like, I'll give you more money, just let her finish. Twerk said no, all right? Because he's weird, bro.
So who won the battle?
Miss Hustle, easy.
Okay, so what would have been the difference whether she fucking rocked and finished her shit or not? Like, who gives a shit? It was a 1-rounder.
You mean as far as Twerk goes?
Yeah.
Because maybe he felt like it was going to get real bad. That's why I don't take Twerk for his word, because he's like, I didn't get paid to stand here for this long. But when Debo, while it's happening, is offering you more money and you don't even want to hear how much it is, Debo's literally just said, no, we're not doing it. So don't tell me you didn't get paid for it, because it's not about getting paid for anything. All right? And this whole getting paid, you're not getting paid to rap more. You're just getting paid to stand there and let someone else rap to you. Like, what is this whole – what is this? I don't understand.
Message to the rappers. This isn't a fucking charity. These aren't charity events. You are paid to do a service. Stick to the freaking time limits and what's on the contract. You don't just go over the time because you want to stand firm on your prices off of GP and want to up your prices per round, but yet you still want to fucking spit a whole 3 rounds of fucking material because you want to do a fucking charity service to your fucking fans. No, stick to the script, stick to the contract, and deliver on what you got paid for.
That's another issue I had with Miss Hustle. Oh, Debo couldn't afford all 3 rounds. But why'd you come with 1 round to 3 round material then? Right? Like, you don't even make sense. Why is it if it's broken up, it means more? Like, I don't get that. If we break it up, it means the logic is so retarded.
It is. Doesn't make any
Like
fucking
Tay Rock and Bad News was a 35-minute battle, Viduel. It's a 1-rounder. It could have been 3 rounds and be under 20 minutes easily. But instead, 1 round took 35 minutes. Like, what are we doing? Because John said I couldn't afford them for all 3 rounds. Tay-Rock gave you 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How about you tell him this, Tay-Rock? Instead of giving me 1 round for 15 minutes, give me 3 rounds of 3 minutes. Wouldn't that be better?
Yeah.
You're saving yourself 6 minutes.
Yep.
All right? But there's no logic. There's no logic.
And you come off with a better product that you could be better proud of. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
That battle would have been a super classic if it was chopped up in 3 rounds. I'm telling you.
If you ask me, like I would want the 3 rounds because I care about the product. I care about the look at the end of the day. A good 3 rounds over the 1 round that a lot of people have issues with.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I don't know why they do it to themselves.
That's crazy, man. What are you going to do? What's wrong, Nene? She's sick of me. She's tired of me.
Off of GP.
GP. Come here. Oh. Well, you got anything else you want to cover?
I see Jeffrey versus Shah G. I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, I saw that drop too. That's funny. Jeffrey's alive after Avocado ruined his career?
No, I haven't seen him since.
Right.
I'm serious.
Poor Jeffrey.
Yo, you're gonna get roasted for that one.
What, me?
The same.
Hey, look. Here's my deal, man. If I agree with you or if I don't agree with you in your politics or whatever the fuck you do, you still got a right. You still got a right to fucking make money and have that opinion and do what you got to do, man. This whole boycotting you because you have a certain opinion, man, will always be it always will be trash to me, and I don't rock like that, man. Because once we start doing that, it's whoever's in power gets to decide what's moral and what's not, and you know that's just that was always whack to me. I didn't like the only reason I didn't take Jeffrey's side in that because of my personal interaction with Jeffrey. All right, when he tried to fight me at Blackout because I was pissing too long and he was yelling at me. So that's why he should be banned from battle rap. All right.
Listen, y'all, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit that alert bell, leave a comment, leave a like. All that shit plays in the algorithms. YouTube's real fucked up right now, and
leave a dislike. It's cool.
Doesn't matter. Just do something. Have some interaction with the channel.
Yeah, we hit 100 subscribers. Salute. 106.
We're growing slowly.
You know how that's a fact.
And next time we're gonna try to get more rotation on guests. I actually have a couple in mind, and we got more on top of that. So pause. But
that's a fact. But yep. Subscribe to the unions. Go subscribe to J Legend 100.
Jay hasn't seen it, but subscribe to Jay's channel. Cop some merch if you want to support the union. Links in the description below.
And if you're sick of me, please unsubscribe. It's no big deal. I know I could be a little too much, but it's all love, right, Nady? It's all love.
Yeah, and
crazy.
I want to mention too that the UK or the EU is going through a lot of laws and going through courts about copyrights, and
they're ruining the internet, Viduel. They're ruining the internet.
Yeah, they really are. So this is affecting us here in the States with copyright laws, and we can't even do recaps anymore. Like I don't even know how these reaction videos are still standing.
Well, a lot of them aren't. A lot of people are making big money off these reaction videos. They're done. Done. I used to watch a lot of them. There used to be one called some guy and his dad would do one, right?
Yeah, the girl and
no, it was a guy and his dad.
There's also a girl and a dad.
Yeah, there's tons of them. He would get like 500,000 views off of this, and then when they got hit, it's like they didn't know what to do. Now they're like they're on Twitch trying to do something, but it's killing them because the EU, their laws are so backwards. They got so much ridiculousness going on there. I just pray and hope it does not come here. All right, I don't think it will.
It's already affecting us.
It's going to affect us because we get viewers from there. And do you know what they passed? A porn pass now. In order to access porn, And the EU, you have to go to a library and get a porn pass, verify your age, and then put it into your computer.
Right.
And then the internet opens up now. Right now it's locked. So until you get the pass now, bro, what are they doing? This is the end. There's so much stupid people. America, don't listen to these people. And it's the liberals who are fighting for this, that's not what liberalism is. You guys have ruined my never mind, man. I don't want to get into it.
With that being said, I would do a lot more with edits and throw like more like clips in, but we have to have original content 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's going to affect our channels and we get strikes and copyrights. And
that's a fact.
Yeah, it hurts everybody.
It definitely does. It's stupid, but that's a fact. But love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Go buy a DME's surviving shirt for Jay Legend so he's happy. But peace.
Salute.